Hey guys, Anders here. Thought in this video I would talk about what I want to see for Battlefield 2042's movement system, especially after the comments a DICE developer made on Reddit that they would be building off of Battlefield 5's movement system on Battlefield 2042. Now, I think we all saw that coming. I didn't think we would see a return of, like Battlefield 4 movement or anything, but I do think it's worth discussing the differences between the movement of Battlefield games and why I think some are better than others, and just the overall implications that movement has on the game that I think some people completely look over, especially the Reddit crowd. So if you like content like this, hit the like button. It really does help my channel out a lot. If you really like the video, hit the subscribe button. I plan on doing videos just like this all the way through 2042, and I stream on Twitch every single day at twitch.tv/enders. Link is in the description, along with all my other socials. So, about Battlefield movement, right? Battlefield, I think, kind of peaked movement-wise in Battlefield 4, but even Battlefield 4 lacks some basic niceties, like consistent vaulting, getting stuck on some stuff, just, the typical game movement issues. Also, the famous Zuzu jumps and all that stuff, the glitches that are unintended, like Vuzu, Zuzu, all that stuff. But I think it definitely peaked at Battlefield 4, and I think every single Battlefield game's movement, aside from maybe Hardline, has just been a direct downgrade, especially in terms of the skill ceiling for sure. And I want to make an important point here. You absolutely have to have a skill gap in movement, and you have to have something to learn in your game's movement system to separate good players from the average player, or else you get Battlefield 1. Now, why is Battlefield 1's movement system so horrific? Battlefield 1's movement system is, in my opinion, absolutely horrendous because it lacks versatility, it lacks any sort of skill gap, and overall, it just is a terrible movement system to experience and run around in. You can't jump while you're shooting, you can't crouch spam, you can barely strafe. It's just overall an extremely shallow experience playing Battlefield 1, and I really think that is best avoided. Now, in terms of Battlefield 4 movement, what do I like about it? It's faster. It's slightly faster than Battlefield 1 for sure. It offers a plethora of options that Battlefield 1 does not offer, such as jump peeking, crouch spamming, just so many other things you can do. It has legacy bugs such as the stabilization jump, which you might see me do in some of these clips. Basically, when you switch weapons and crouch, it makes your gun stable. You can actually do that in all games since Battlefield 3, I believe. I think you can do it in Hardline as well. Basically, it just offers far more to learn and far more to utilize, and I think that is extremely important. So, building off of Battlefield 5's movement for 2042, obviously, I think this is pretty easily foreseeable. Now, the problem I have with them saying, quote-unquote, building off of, is what that means when I hear it from a DICE developer. That means that they're definitely going to make it worse than Battlefield 5. Like 100%, in my opinion. Now, what does worse mean? I think we're going to see a massive slide nerf in 2042. I think it's probably going to be like Battlefield 1's quote-unquote slide. Battlefield 1, okay, after the second slide nerf in Battlefield 1, let's be honest. They completely destroyed the slide, and it's entirely useless. So I'm scared that they might do that, because if they do decide to add some sort of massive cooldown, or just make it, generally ineffective, like, why have the slide in the game then, So we'll see what they do with that. Obviously, we didn't see much gameplay, including movement, in either the gameplay trailer or the trailer itself. We'll see more this month, July 22nd, so we'll definitely keep our eyes out for that. But, I don't know, I think building off of Battlefield 5's movement system is potentially good and potentially absolutely catastrophic. It just depends what direction they take with it. I think if they take some cues from the older Battlefield franchise games, such as Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, even Hardline, and keep the quality of life things from Battlefield 5's movement, like, for instance, vaulting is much more consistent in Battlefield 5. Hopefully, they can retain the quality of life things and give it a little extra boost. So, in Battlefield 5, you can't crouch spam, And what I mean by extra boost is, I would just like to see a little more added options for people. So I would like to see them obviously retain the jump peak, obviously retain a good slide, keep leaning in the game, because if you do remember, they did add leaning, and I think because they added it in Battlefield 5, it will find its way into 2042 as well. And I would really like to see them add crouch spamming back into the game. And out of the biggest thing of all, Battlefield games don't let you strafe in ADS. This has been a complaint for everybody for a long, long time. Way back to Battlefield 3, maybe even in Bad Company 2, I'm not entirely sure. But they need to increase the speed you're allowed to strafe in ADS. That would make this game just so much more comfortable. It feels like when you're in fights sometimes, you're just glued to the ground and you don't feel as though you have the opportunity to actually do anything. And I think if they added just a little more options to the game, it would just really make it a lot better for a lot of people. So comment down below, what do you guys think Battlefield 2042's movement system is going to be like? Do you think it's going to be better than Battlefield 5, worse than Battlefield 5? If it's worse, in what ways is it going to be worse? Vice versa, for better as well? If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you really liked the video, hit the subscribe button. I've been Enders. Hopefully we aren't glued to the ground in 2042. That would be, you know, really bad.